Spawny gotta do? What?
Is your boy Japanese Tutor, and today we are going over queen breakthroughs. Unfortunately, the YouTube intro that you just saw is going to be no more, so I'm sorry about that. If you loved it, gotta come to the stream and maybe you can see it one more time. The stream is pretty much every single day, and since Corona hit, it's twice a day on twitch.tv/JapaneseTutor. The link is going to be down below. Come join us. We have a lot of fun and we learn stuff, and it's great. Yeah, sorry about that. So it's white to move in this position. We're going to go over queen breakthroughs on h7. So look at this one, and after this one we're going to see a recurring theme that happens in a lot of Grandmaster games. So not a lot of them, but at least in some specific openings. So take your time, pause the video if you need to. If you don't see it, it's okay. Just enjoy the show. But if you want, pause it right now and take maybe 5 to 10 minutes. You know. So the move here, I'm gonna start and I'm gonna ruin it, is that you need to subscribe right now and like. Horrible. See that red? You see the red? I see the red. Make it white. Come on. The red, get rid of it. Red is old. Red is 2019. We're in 2020. I can't believe you haven't subscribed yet. It's free content. Let's do this, guys. All right. So the move is Rook captures d6 first. Rook captures d6. Queen captures d6. And you see how they're defending here, and then they might be able to mate us here. We have to defend that. So the move is queen h5. Holding down everything. White must combine the threat of mate on h7 with the defense of the d1 square. And if you might be thinking, okay, why doesn't f7 work? f7 actually loses due to a very, very beautiful combination of captures, king captures key, and then queen h5 check, king e7, queen h7 check, and then king e8. Spicy. Our maiden two threats, they're gonna be crazy, right? Look, the queen is guarded. You can't do anything. Black can escape from these checks, and we're good. We're just up material, and we're gonna be able to convert very easily, right? So that's why it's rook d6, queen captures d6, queen h5, the sauce. Now, let's say you make a mistake, and in this game, they did make a mistake. So we'll go over the mistake first, and then we'll go over the actual defense and what you can do. Right now, white only has a queen and 2 pawns. But remember, a common wisdom is that these 2 pawns, if you have 2 connected pass pawns on the 6th rank, they're worth a piece. Okay? And it's a piece that you choose. So here, rook captures f6. And basically the world falls apart here. Queen h7 check. King h8 only move, g7 check, king e8, and g8 equals queen. Rook comes back, and then the final move, I hope you see it. Well, there's a lot of final moves, but queen here is one of them, but queen here is so nice because of the pin, right? King d8, trade the queens off, and we have a winning endgame. Even if we can just do something like this, we can even take here and be gone, but also we can just take and take everything. Even here's absolutely winning because of these threats and stuff like that. We don't have to do that, but it's still winning. Alright, so I hope you found the answer to that puzzle. And that was actually a very beautiful puzzle. But let's go over their best defense. What if they don't capture on f6? What if they play, you know, the best defense? Then actually we have g7 here. What happens if rook captures f6? This is disaster time, right? Here we're gonna queen. So that's no bueno. That is not good. So after g7, let's say they play queen d6. They say, hey, look, I'll give you back the rook. I'm still up a bishop, right? G captures f8, queen. Queen g6. You have one move, because if you play queen g7, you get mated on the spot. And then f7. Now the queen can't move anymore. The queen has to guard mate. So they're playing down a queen right now. Bishop e4. Saying, hey, look, I'm trying to give you stuff. And then we can just capture, and we have an overwhelming position. Or we can play queen f6 check, but here, and maybe queen c6, and it's a pretty easy conversion for the white pieces. Okay, so a very, very nice move, and I really, really like that puzzle. So we're going to go on to a different puzzle right here. This is actually the meat and potatoes of the breakthroughs on h7, followed by a very specific sequence here. So we're in this position here. Again, take your time. It is white to move. White to move. What is the move? Okay. The move here, it's actually really, really interesting. Actually, I'll give you some more time. And if you still haven't subscribed, I'll give you more time to subscribe. Alright, you're done subscribing? Good job. Thank you. Subscribe on Twitch too. This is for you guys as well. Alright. So Rook f7 is the move. You might be thinking you out of your mind. You know, we always think about like queen e6. How can I just check them first? But this is actually a very common theme in these Scheveningen structures. I know I'm saying it wrong. I'm sorry. I can't say it. I'm not Dutch. Right? Rook f7. The key idea. The rook is immune to the attack because of this mate. Rook f1. Ooh. Knight f6. G captures f6, threatening mate again. If they play, let's say, rook ec8. F captures e7, double check. Rook f8. Double check again. And we win. Very nice. We also have a mate in 2. If that's your thing. If you want to torture. Boom, boom, boom. So easy game, right? So yeah, the rook is immune to the attack. So what do they play? Knight f8 maybe to guard the mate. And there's a comment saying now knight on f8 no mate. Well, not in this case. We bring our other rook into the game. And after we bring our rook into the game, we're bringing the reinforcements. And it turns out that the rook on f7 was just the lead scout. And now we're going to bring all of our forces in. Let's say queen c4. And now here we can even just take our time. Just say, hey, calm down. Bishop d2. You don't have to do anything. This retreat demonstrates how hopeless black's position is. So let's say they play e5. Like d5. Bishop captures. Okay. And then after bishop captures, e captures h5, h captures g6, king h8. I hope you calculate all of this. And then we finally play this very stunning move, rook g7. Threatening h7 on top of many other things. If they play knight h7 to stop it, then just queen e6. And we're getting in. Also, rook f7 works. But you can see from that one rook f7 move, black's position just crumbles. Okay. Next position. White to move and win. And hopefully you see the recurring theme that happens. Take your time now. Perfect. Now that you're back, welcome back. We're going to go over this position. And so this position is very similar to the last one, whereas rook f7, very strong. Rook f7. And again, they cannot take. Maybe that's a puzzle that you want to take home and you want to analyze later. Actually, you know what? I'll leave the FEN in the description for you guys. So let's go ahead and share this with you guys. Boom. You can see it here, but I'll copy it and leave it below. Okay. And you can see why it doesn't work. So if takes, then they're lost. So let's see what happens after something else. So rook f7 h5, preventing the attack. And here, this brings us back to kind of like a Kasparov kind of like era where, you know, he gives up the exchange for some like amazing square dominance here. And so rook captures b7. Now we have ultimate control of the d5 square, and our knight is going to be at least worth a rook, if not more. Right? The move is knight captures b7, and once the knight captures b7, d5, and queen a3, the queen's attacked. You really have no useful squares. So he played queen a3 in the game, and here we play queen d7, get into the action, threatening an Arabian mate. So they have to guard it. So they don't want to be checked. So he plays king h8. So if we play here, the bishop g7 kind of holds everything. Right? So when they play king h8, rook f1, bishop g7, rook f7, threatening a whole bunch of things. But specifically, we're going to try to checkmate them. Knight c5, threatening the queen. Once knight c5, queen captures d6. Rook f8. What do we play here? Here's another like mini puzzle. And I hope you saw this far. But the mini puzzle is... BAM! Another exchange sacrifice. Not one, but two exchange sacrifices to open up the position. And what's the king captures on g7? Queen captures on e5. King g8, knight f6. You're basically obligated to take. Basically. Rook captures on f6. We can take either way. Queen takes and f takes. In the game, actually, they took on b8. Rook f8. Queen captures b6. Attacking multiple things, right? Because the bishop is still here. They played queen c1 to prevent the bishop from taking, and also prevent some checkmate ideas later, right here. And then queen captures g6. King h8. Queen captures h5. And basically, it's almost all over. King g7. King g7. g6. And after knight e6, queen h7 check. g7 captures. Bam. They have to take here, and now again. Here's another mini puzzle. Another mini puzzle. Best move for white. What is it? Control the squares. Pause. Welcome back. Bam, bishop h3, cutting off all of the squares. Now we're threatening so many different kinds of checks, winning the rook, and with the two bishops, this is almost unstoppable. Mate is coming. Bishop h3, very, very, very nice. And we can even stop here. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. And let's go into the last position of the day. Here we have it. When the whites breakthrough on h7 is supported by the advanced g-pawn, not only are there many, many mating patterns, there will always be danger for black, and the pawn will become a queen. And what's the best move here? Pause. Welcome back. Welcome back. What's the best move here? The best move here is, well, we have to change our thinking, right? We have to say, hey, how are we supposed to attack the king? Our rook is in the way. The rook is on the square that my queen needs to be. Get rid of the rook. Get rid of the rook. I'm just going to checkmate you with a pawn and queen. That's it. Doesn't matter where you go. Queen h7. g7. King f7, g8 equals queen is double checkmate, right? Right? We can play here. G7 is good, but the most accurate. Most accurate. And now we check them. And the material is just too much. right? 2 bishops for the queen. Too much material. We don't have to calculate this, but we can play it out at least till May, right? Rook e7. Let's say bishop a2. Doesn't really. You have no moves, right? You can't play anything. Queen e7 attacking here. a3. Rook captures d6 here. Queen b7. King a5, and then the final finale. Boom. Queen b4. Thank you so much for watching this. Thank you so much for watching this, and I appreciate every single one of you guys who has hit that subscribe button recently. It really helps. Trying to get to 1,000. Hope you like the content. I think this kind of content should be on Twitch, and also on YouTube, because mating patterns are just not here. Like the queen breakthrough on h7 is such an amazing rating pattern that I think if you're 1400 looking at this will probably bring your game up to a 1600, 1700 level. So check the other videos out for more chess content. I'll see you again in a few days. Bye. Leave your comments down below for any questions and stuff.